Okay, so what we're talking about today is reducing balance versus flat rate loan comparisons. So let's start off by remembering that simple interest has this formula here, and we're going to use that straight up here. And in first work example, we've got a loan of 12,000, that's V0. 5 years gives us our number of years. It's 12% per annum, and it's a monthly repayment. So to work out a monthly repayment in simple interest, we'll do it as follows. So first off, what we need to do is look for how much interest you're going to earn or have to pay, sorry. So that's I equals V0 was 12,000. You're going to multiply it by 12, multiply it by 5, divided by 100, and that'll give you $7,200. To work out how much I have to pay total, I'm going to have to look at here the total amount. So, and that's what that VN is. So remember our V0 was 12,000. Our interest, which we just calculated, was 7,200. That'll give me 19,200. Okay. So to find a monthly repayment, well, we need to know how many months are over 5 years. So that becomes our payment basically is 5 years times 12 months divided by, no, I got that in the wrong order. It's going to be 19,200 divided by 5 times 12 for the reasons I gave before. And that will give me a value of $320 per month. Okay. So now we look at number 2, where we've got, in this number 2 here, where we've got a reducing balance loan. And we can see that when we've got a reducing balance loan, we use Finance Solver. Always use Finance Solver. Okay, we can type this into our Finance Solver and go 5 times 12 as the same reason given before. I put my 12% interest. I have it as 12,000 as my V0. I'm after the payment. My final value is going to be 0 because I'm paying off the loan after 5 years. And the payments per year in compounding periods per year is 12 because it's monthly. Okay. And so when I put that into the calculator, I get a value of 266.93. Okay, and so once we've got that payment, we can now work out what basically what the total interest was paid, because it's easy to work out in simple interest because we had that already here. Okay, but what we've got to do here, we've got to get total interest paid. So we had this payment per month. That's a per month. Okay. So how many months were it? There was 60. So I'm going to times that by 60. So total interest paid equals total repayments 60 times 266.93. And the principal, because in that process and paying all that off, we've also paid the principal off. That was 12,000. And we get a value of 4,015.80 cents. Okay, oops, I'll write that a bit better. So 80 cents. All right, so the comparison here, if you want to look at it, is simple interest in terms of a loan. I'm going to have to pay back $7,200 interest. If I'm doing a reducing balance loan, I only pay off $4,015 and $15.80. Big difference there. Okay, so let's look at a second example here. We've got a reducing balance loan of 25 grand. So again, that's going to be our V0. Is repaid over 8 years with monthly installments. That's where we get 8 years times 12 installments per year. That would give us 8 times 12 gives us 96. So we're told our interest rate, that is wrong there. That actually should be 9. Let me change that. Okay, so we've got our 9% there. We've got our V0, that's our principal value of 12,000. That should be 25,000. Let me change that as well. So changed again, so that's 25,000. We're after our payment because remember that means PMT. Okay. Our final value, because it's going to be paid, it's repaid, it's going to be 0. That's why we've got the 0 here. And it's monthly, so it's payments per year, and that is 12. We put that in the calculator, we'll get a value of minus 366.25. Now, you need to write this to say that the repayment is $366.25. Important to write like that because that there is a minus value, but we'd use that in terms of the way the finance solver works. Okay, because that means the money is, you're giving the money to the bank, so you need to say the repayment is that much money. Okay, so total interest paid, same as in the previous example before. We're going to be going, that's going to equal total repayments. I have 96 repayments of 36625. And I'm going to subtract the principal, which was 25,000. That's going to give me a value of 10160. Okay, so that is the total interest that you've actually paid using reducing balance. Now, when it comes to equivalent to C, equivalent flat rate of interest, you've actually already got I, because that is this value here. So the value, let's sort of highlight that there is the same as this. So when it says here the flat rate of interest, that means I'm actually after R. So let's rearrange it first in terms of R. So R equals 100I over V0 times N. Okay, and so that's 100 times I. I should write it like that. 100 times 10160 from what we've got there. Divide by 25,000, which is our V0. Okay, times N. And N we do it as 8 because it's 8 years. And remember, simple interest is done in that sense of per annum. Okay, and we do all that, and we will get a value of 5.08%. Okay, so basically what you were saying here is for a $25,000 loan, okay, what you're going to have with an interest of 10160, that, and for 5 years, what you're going to have is reducing balance. It's going to, you can have it at 9% at flat rate. It's going to be 5.08%. So ideally, you know, the reducing balance is the better loan there. Okay, so our second worked example, and I haven't erased that part yet, just give us a moment. Okay, so let's look at what we've got. We've got a loan of 76 grand. So that is going to be, as usual, we make sure we note that that's our V0. This is our 20 years is times in years, quarterly, so 4 times per year. I just want to write that a bit clearer for you. 4 times per year. This is our installments. It says that is going to be PMT, and interest is charged quarterly. Again, we've told that that's our times per year we're paying stuff. That is our R. Okay, that's our rate. So to determine total amount of interest paid, well, in this case, we need to work out the total repayments. All right. So that's going to be the total repayments. Well, we know what our payment is. It's 2205.98. And we make how many repayments? Well, we make 80 because it's 20 times 4. And we're going to then have to subtract $76,000 from that, because that's our principal that we're also paying off in terms of when we pay everything off. Okay, that will give us a number of 100,478 and 40 cents. Okay, so that's the total amount of interest that you would pay. So over 100 grand worth of interest. All right. So that's what we do in that first part. So in this part, if you want to write a statement, which is always a good idea to write a statement, you'd say the total amount, I'm going to paraphrase slightly, not paraphrase, do shorthand, of interest paid, do not do this in an exam or a SAC, is 478.40. Okay. Now, what the question's asking now is, it's sort of similar to what the previous worked example where we had, but now what it's asking for, the amount that can be borrowed. Borrowed means V0. This one is V0 in terms of for the flat rate component. Okay, so if I go V0 equals I times 100 divided by Rn. Okay, and now our I is going to be, in this case, 100,478.40 times that by 100, divide it by an interest rate of 10% per annum over 20 years, and we'll get a V0 value of 50. Oops, that should have been erasing. We get a V0 of 50,239.20. So flat rate, we can borrow 50,239.20. Okay, so that's A and B. C, the difference, well, the difference is in the amount borrowed. So the difference in the amount borrowed, this part here, okay, between the two types. Well, so basically saying RB minus flat rate. So that's in terms of the V0 for that one, the V0 for that one. So 76,000 minus 5239.20. Okay, that will give me a value of 25,760 and 80 cents. Okay. So basically what we're saying now, I'm not going to write out, but if you're going to write a statement, it'd be under the same conditions, a $76,000 reducing balance loan is equivalent to basically one that's just over 50,000 for a flat rate. Okay, that's why in this case you'd want to go for reducing balance loan. Okay, thank you.